is going on? Welcome to the Atlas Inc. podcast. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Brian.
And we're brothers and fourth generation owners of Atlas Stationers in downtown Chicago. And we've been serving you since 1939.
Yeah, so as this is our first official podcast, wanted to do an introduction to Atlas and who we are and where we came from. So our great-grandfather, Aloysius Schmidt, started our business 87 years ago in 1939, just 2 blocks from where we're sitting right now. We actually have the original business license with that location here. And he started the business. He was looking for a way to get out on his own, have control over his destiny, and came up with stationery, office supplies, pens in particular. Having a black pen when times are good, a red pen when times are bad, but you're always going to need something to write with. And so no matter what has changed over the last 87 years, there's always been that need for a pen. We are very lucky to have a family history of 4 generations running this family business. Our great-grandfather, our grandfather, Joe, our dad and mom, Don and Therese, who just retired, and now us getting to take control of this historic business in downtown Chicago.
Yeah, and the building hasn't burned down yet. We've officially been owners for since July.
6 months or so,
Yeah,
7 months.
and we're still standing. We're still
standing. You know, we probably have luck on our side. This building that we're in was built a couple years after the Chicago fire. So it has withstood 150 years. Was built from the ashes of the fire. It'd take a lot for us to knock it down. So I think we're pretty safe.
This is original brick from the late 1870s. And I really enjoy how that ties into my view of Atlas being an institution for so long and being here in Chicago as a pillar. And I think that's really cool that we're in a historic and landmark building where the local Chicago government can't alter it, tear it down. And I think that just it's really cool to be a part of history in the modern world. So,
and actually, let me kind of touch on that because there's a big part of the Atlas history here that we don't always talk about, which is why we're here. We were at our original location with our great-grandfather, grandfather, and our dad when he was graduating college. And that building was being renovated in the early 80s. It was going to go away. And our grandfather gave our dad a chance.
The keys to the business.
He took a chance on our dad, just like our dad's taking a chance on us, and took a loan, got the business up and running here, moved him here when he was in his early 20s, younger than you, even right now. And within a couple of years after that, this building was landmarked, which nothing can touch it now. We found a perfect spot for us. We've been here for 45 years or close to 45 years.
Yeah, since 84.
And now we're expanding. We've recently added office space, studio space, looking to add warehouse space in this building as we continue to grow here in Chicago.
And how has the business evolved overall? With me being here permanently for 8 years, I missed a lot of the old Atlas where we were delivering office supplies to all the offices and buildings nearby. But our model has changed greatly, especially since 2020 with the pandemic.
Yeah, so the original model where I was involved, I worked my first sidewalk sale when I was 6 years old. And it was really
starting the family office, kids. Our family put us to work early to prepare us for ownership. I like to say I sold my soul to the family business the day I was born. But the cool thing is our parents never forced us to join the business. It's something we each wanted to individually, which was great.
Somewhat. When I was 7, I was forced to come to the sidewalk sale and sell
That's true.
pop.
Okay.
That's all I thought this was. I was the most important player out there, slanging cans of pop for 50 cents a piece.
It's important work.
Yeah, it was. And I really made the business, helped make the sidewalk sale what it is today. Maybe we should bring that back for Sidewalk Sale 39 Stationery Festival this August. We'll bring some pop out there at a killer deal.
All I have to say, thank you for your contributions. It's because of your direct efforts that we are where we are now.
You got it.
So back in the day, I remember when I would come down on school breaks, I would do return stamps for envelopes, or we had those punch cards where if you buy 10 greeting cards, you get one free. And I thought I owned the business back then. I think our parents, at least for me, always made me feel so important, like I was doing the big, heavy lifting type of work. And I think that was really cool how involved I felt, even though looking back, obviously I wasn't,
you weren't selling pop. So I will say, you being the youngest
Yeah.
also just kind of
He's going to say I had it easy. I
yeah,
bet.
you had it. Yeah, you
I
just
already
always
know.
felt that way, that you were the most important person.
Yes.
And
Yes.
probably
Is
still
that-
a
is
little
that-
of that.
is that-
That's
is
a
that wrong,
youngest
though?
child thing. I don't know. So, but you asked a great question. How things have evolved outside of where the sidewalk sale was 30 years ago. We used to sell office supplies, and both of us started in the business full time, delivering office supplies to the different businesses down here, law firms, banks, everything.
Yeah.
And we would deliver copy paper, toner, whatever you might need. We were doing that for decades. And with that, at the exact same time, we were also selling in our retail store Razor scooters, Beanie Babies,
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards, probably the most
sweet.
important thing
Pretty
that we
sweet.
ever had. Just always finding new ways to build Atlas is what each generation has done. Finding ways forward, finding ways to be successful, finding a way to support family, which is what Atlas has allowed for us to be. And 6 years ago, all that changed very quickly. When Chicago shut down for COVID, that office supply business, the retail store, everything went to zero overnight. And it gave us an opportunity, gave you and me an opportunity to rebuild something new, to take advantage of see this opportunity that was in front of us, which was to sell fountain pens. And 6 years later, it moving in that direction into selling fountain pens into different stationery products that we carry now has transformed our small family business into what it is now.
Yeah. And I think that for me, the coolest part about all this is I lucked out because when I joined the family business back in 2018, I thought I was going to be continuing to sell office supplies. So think paper, staplers, staples, some boring stuff if you ask me. But right around that time, Brian and our father, Don, they were actually at a trade show in New York and met some pen vendors. And so that was before I started, a couple months, I think back in February.
Close. We met our
Yeah.
pen vendors the 2 days after you graduated.
Oh, wow.
College.
So it was immediate.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
immediate that we went out to a stationery show looking for other products to carry, just always trying to find the next thing.
Yeah.
And we had dabbled with pens before, with Lamy, with Cross, but we were looking for other avenues, other options. And
They did not take me on that trip, by the way, because I think I'd only been an employee for 2 days. I wasn't grandfathered in yet,
we made a calculated risk to let him be at the store with the amount of
With our mom,
employees
with
that
our
we
mom
had.
and
So
the
yeah, she was watching over him, but unsupervised by me, which was a scary thought. Especially now, I don't really let you go unsupervised too frequently.
Not
around
allowed
here.
to leave the studio.
No, exactly. But that time, you had just started, and it in 2018,
Yeah.
it started the catalyst of where we're at now.
Yeah. So you were in New York
I was in New York.
and you met a big distributor that we still do great business with now.
Yep.
It was Ken Jones of Yaffa.
Yep.
And right at that time when I started, again, I thought I was going to be selling office supplies, but then they had ordered all of these fine writing instruments and they started being delivered. And I had a lot more fun starting off by selling really cool, collectible items that you can use every day, as whether it's just your hobby or you're using it as a necessity. And I much prefer to sell these than, again, staplers, paper clips. So I think I lucked out in the way that I feel more directly involved in people's everyday lives by selling them things that extend their personalities. And I just really find that cool. Where for you, on the other hand, for your first 7-8 years, I know a lot of office supplies.
It was a lot of office supplies, and it was a much different business. We had our retail store, so we're selling to end users, but the majority of our business was selling to other
commercial
businesses. Yeah, and so the relationships are different.
Yeah.
You're working with businesses versus working with people, and so it was a big change, a welcome change when we started getting to cater to individuals.
Yeah.
And seeing the joy that the things that we do, the content that we make, or the products that we sell, the joy that it can bring to people, and it's really directly led to where we're at now.
Yeah, I think the coolest part is when you have a customer, whether they're experienced in this space with fine writing instruments or stationery, or you have a student who has no idea what this world is, or somebody who walked past the shop, all of them seem to have some sort of curiosity at what we're doing here. I can really appreciate the joy our products bring to our customers' lives. I view fine writing instruments as an extension of your personality. It's no different than the frames that I wear, the watch, etc. And it's really cool to be welcomed into people's lives, that they are using these utensils for themselves. And I just think it's cool to be a part of it.
So now that we're 7 months-ish into ownership here of Atlas, how does it feel to have us be out on our own?
I think that when mom and dad retired, I was really excited for them because, they put in so much work. They left their legacy on the business. They stamped our business with so many years of just leadership and dedication. So one, I'm really happy for them that they can enjoy their lives post-work. I'm also really excited for us because I think that you and me have a more modern approach to the business in the sense of social media or product assortment, even though our dad was always really on top of it with trendy products.
I guarantee you never would have found Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's just crazy. The fact that he somehow always had the most trendy items. But I think that evolving and shaping the business into a more modern way, like having more digital customer service interactions, creating social media accounts like Discord, where it's a private community for us to make us more accessible as business owners to our community. I just think that I'm excited that we're able to adjust the business to our vision, just like our dad did, his dad, and then our great-grandfather all did. And so I'm happy that in 20 years, we can look back and be excited about the decisions we made. Say, hey, the brothers did that. And that's pretty cool.
It is. And kind of to touch on that, we were also lucky that we had a say because our parents let us do
absolutely
so much that it wasn't like this cutoff point where we're just, hey, we're responsible now for everything. They let us
They trusted
make
us
the
greatly.
decision. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And to steer us in a direction that they were comfortable with, that we were comfortable with, that allowed us to get here. It's not like a switch was flipped and hey, you guys are in charge now, good luck.
Yeah.
It was
very supportive.
Yeah, it was planning over a long time to get us to the point that we're at now, which I don't think many family businesses get that luxury, that opportunity to have that. And so we were really blessed with it.
I know our parents are really proud of us, but not just us. Atlas is built upon everyone who has worked and contributed over those 87 years, whether it's a team member that was with us for 1 year or 5 years, or some of our family members and friends who worked here over the years. It's a culmination of so many people's efforts and contributions. And without each of those individual contributions, I don't know if we'd be doing exactly what we're doing today. So it's a good feeling to keep steering the ship forward.
Yep.
And my goal is at least 100 years in business, which I think we can do that pretty easily.
I would hope that we
Yeah.
do, because if we didn't, then we were the worst owners out of everyone. Because we've only been, that's only like 14 years from now, 13 years
We're
from
getting
now.
to 100.
Our dad was here for 40 plus years.
Bookmark this video, and in 13 years, check back. We're getting to 100 years in business, folks.
There we go.
Nice.
Love it.
Okay, let's talk about what's been working so well over the last 6 years as Atlas keeps evolving.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is community. We have spent a lot of time doing whatever we can to grow the community here with Atlas, whether it is the beginning days of you on Instagram Lives during COVID, when people are just looking for opportunities for joy, for happiness, and to have that opportunity to see you share new pens, to share experiences about our business, and to learn more about us, to now us hosting workshops where you can come hang out in our store, in our office space. You can come hang out at our tester table where we have dozens and dozens of pens and inks.
This tester table is
notebooks,
amazing, guys.
Anything.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Anything that we have gives you the opportunity to try it. We want Atlas to be accessible to everyone. We carry things that are $1 up to $10,000. And to have that ability to touch and to feel and to see, there's not a ton of places that we've been around where you get that opportunity.
Yeah.
And we want everyone to have it. And it's been a pillar of what we do, or at least the way that we've envisioned it, what we want Atlas to be. And hopefully, I seems like we've been able to share that well, and we continue to build off of it.
Yeah, we want Atlas to always be a safe space for all. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from.
Yeah.
When you shop with us, whether it's online or in person, our team is going to take care of you to the fullest. And, our business was built around creating a service that makes a world of difference. And that is the values that we want to maintain. So one, shout out to our team. We're about 40 team members currently.
Yeah.
And it is contribution of all these different departments working together: customer service, our content team, our fulfillment team, our retail team. All of these pillars of our organization must come together and be cohesive to give you the unique, high quality service that you're receiving. So we couldn't do it without our incredible team, which everyone is so passionate and committed, and that's really awesome to see.
Yeah, we're very, that's the
Very
biggest
lucky.
reason. Yeah, outside, obviously it's building a community, but the community is our team. That's such a big part of it, and them enjoying the products that we carry, and most of them being Atlas fans before they actually come working with us. So they have kind of a baseline of what they're getting into, which helps.
Yeah.
But they have allowed us to do quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I do want to ask you about, because it ties into some of the customer service stuff that we do. And one of the big things that has gotten our name out there community wise, our Discord server, where we have almost 5,000 people that are very passionate about the products that we carry, passionate about Atlas. Maybe talk about how that got started, because it kind of feeds into customer service and our experience pen sale.
Yeah, we wanted to, again, be accessible to our community. And what I mean by that is Brian and I always want to be directly involved in every facet of our business and in every way with the community. And so we started our Discord server, I think maybe 2.5 years ago, 3 maybe now.
Might be 3 years.
Yeah, so I think about 3 years ago, so we could create almost a private setting of an Atlas community where all aficionados of fine writing, stationery can join, with the idea that they can communicate with our team directly without going through the customer service portal, or they can, again, if they have a question about, hey, Brian, when's this new product coming in? We can reply on the spot immediately. Or, people can communicate with each other from the community and they can become friends. Like, for example, we have a Pen Pals channel, an Ink Swap channel. So basically the goal of Discord was to tie everything together and give people a private space to share the passion for the products that they enjoy. And I've seen so many of our Discord server members meet in Discord for the first time, and then they show up to community events, whether it's our annual sidewalk sale or the Chicago Pen Show.
Yeah.
People are taking trips and meeting up with each other, and that brings so much joy to me because, again, going back to building the community, that's so special. Life is so important in the sense that, like, the people you meet and you hang out with and that you care about the most, that's what drives you. And to be able to, I don't want to say we're the direct ones offering that. I mean, maybe we are in a way, but like, it's cool to be the facilitators of that.
That's a good way to
put
it. Yeah.
So with the Discord server happenings, things going on with the business, so that's our bulletin. But then we also have channels, as I mentioned earlier, for the community to talk and engage. And when we have live streams or we have events like our monthly experience pen sale, where we sell returned product up to 60% off, you can find all that in our private server where everyone's welcomed. All you literally have to do is click the link in any of our bios on any of our platforms to join. And I promise you will really enjoy yourself.
Yeah, it gives you opportunity for friendships, finding people that are as passionate or just want to learn about something that they don't know about, finding new products, learning about pens or stationery.
Yeah.
So many people randomly come upon a video. They might come across a random fill-up video on TikTok.
Yep.
That we have out there. They click on our bio, join the Discord just to learn what is actually happening. Because so many people don't know what fountain pens are.
Yeah.
They don't use them. I didn't know what a fountain pen was.
And people might be discouraged to ask in a public environment. And so the idea is that when you join, and we have an introduction channel where people can introduce themselves, and so many people, as Brian mentioned, say, hey, I found you guys on TikTok. I have no idea what this is, but I'm happy to be here. And then we have multiple members from our Discord server just explaining like, hey, ask any questions you want. We're here to help guide you. And although this is a journey that you need to figure out on your own in the sense of picking out the products that you enjoy, we're happy to assist in any way we can. And it's not even just our wonderful moderators or our team who responds, it's other Discord members. So I think that's really neat.
It's very,
Yeah.
there's so much passion in
Every
that
day.
setting.
Hundreds of messages every day from each other. It's awesome.
Yeah, just building friendships, learning together, roasting us a little bit. Usually you, which is probably my favorite thing.
Look, I
People
don't
giving you a hard
mind.
time.
I don't mind being the brunt of that if that means people are being entertained. I'm happy to make that sacrifice.
Good, I'm glad. I'm going to encourage them, I think, to take it to another level after that. So
This next segment is called Hollywood's Hot Takes.
might be a good idea to explain who Hollywood is
Sure.
for our new podcast friends here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it is I, Hollywood. Basically, I received this nickname way back in the day, like 5-6 years ago, when during the pandemic, our shop was closed to the public because, well, you couldn't go anywhere. So we wanted to bring the shop to you. So back around that time in 2020, I hopped on Instagram Live very frequently to interact with our customers. And we were doing takeover events where I'd bring vendors on and we had special promotions. We played games like trivia. And slowly over time, independently, some of our vendors were like, hey, you're very Hollywood-like. But then also some of our customers said the same thing. So it was only right for me to have a nickname of Hollywood. And then beyond that, that ego, that alter ego started kicking in, and Hollywood.
Are you sure that that's right? I think maybe the original way you said that, your ego, not your alter ego, your actual ego.
My actual ego.
Yeah, of Hollywood came out.
Yeah.
And you became
Yeah.
this manifestation.
Yeah, that's true. Brendan is of no more. Basically, my ego became so inflated for how good I was in a natural on screen that I started shifting. And now I'm able to say outrageous things and people can just say, that's just Hollywood.
Yeah,
it's not Brendan.
We'll have to share some of this later, but like that's how you develop the ink force.
Yes.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Go back and check out some of our other videos. You can see what the ink force is.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's how I got my nickname Hollywood. And we're going to do a segment of my hot takes. And the first hot take of the podcast is, as an avid fountain pen user, you have a moral obligation to throw out any ballpoint that you see, even if it's not yours.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait. We need to back up. What I meant to really say was ballpoint pens are pens too. And what I mean by that is that the fountain pen community enjoys trashing ballpoint pens. And I can understand why. Fountain pen users get to experience beautiful, beautiful things such as
These.
And I respect that opinion. But to be honest, fountain pens aren't for everyone. And I think that there's a time and place for ballpoint pens. And in my opinion, sometimes they're more practical in the sense of if you're on the go more often, if you are just trying to have a quick retractable pen that you can quickly take notes on, like a reporter's notepad, like this Midori one you see here. And I think that ballpoint pens just get a bad rep.
I'm itching to say something right now. I can't believe you just said this. Fountain pens aren't for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I can go with that. I think I liked your example of a specific situation.
Yeah.
A very small situation.
Yeah.
Where it might be better, but I don't know if you can go as far as saying fountain pens aren't for everyone.
I can see that. Let me back up some more.
Yeah.
$10,000 fountain pens are for everyone.
There we
You
go.
should buy the $10,000 pens you see on our website.
Yeah.
That's for everyone.
No question. Good.
Okay, but how do you feel about on the forums, online, you see people kind of not talking poorly, I guess it is talking poorly, about ballpoints. Like, ew, I would never touch that. Like fountain pen users, I think they feel above it.
Yeah. I'm hoping, and I'm pretty sure a lot of it is just people having fun with it. They also listen
I
to
hope
you.
that's the
They
case.
listen to you a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Hollywood content out there bashing ballpoints, and I think maybe you're doing your job. They're listening to you.
We need to start showing off the $1,000 ballpoint pens more often now.
Yeah, and then
we're
start
flipping
converting-
the script.
We're converting people to those. So, no, I think you're right. We talk about Atlas being a place for community and being accessible. And we do have other options besides just fountain pens. That is by far the item that we sell the most of. But there's some really cool ballpoints, roller balls out there. Cool inks. They write very well. I honestly, this might look like a fountain pen on the outside, capped, but it's not a ballpoint. But I do have a roller ball that I'm using here.
Fraudulent.
I know. I know. But it works for me in this situation.
Let me just make sure you guys know that I am team fountain pen, but I also respect people who use roller balls and ballpoint pens. I think that the solution between the fountain pen users who don't like ballpoint pens and the people who use ballpoint pens that maybe don't like fountain pens is to purchase the matching ballpoint and fountain pen set.
Yeah.
This Visconti Homo sapiens, which is made out of lava rock from Mount Etna in Italy, really crazy.
Look at that. Look at that fact.
That's a sales pitch right there. You can get this exact pen in a fountain pen, a roller ball, or a ballpoint type. So to combat having to be on this side or that side.
To choose a side, you should just buy 3 of everything from now on.
If you buy all 3, then you can resonate with each different group of the community.
Yep.
I think we need to understand that people should start purchasing with that type of trend.
Yeah, and it just opens up the possibility for more friends.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to close yourself off to people.
Yeah, I don't see ballpoint people talking to fountain pen people, but maybe this is the bridge.
That is,
to end that
is that our initiative for 2026 to find a way for ballpoint users, fountain pen users to coexist
I'm
in
tired
this
of the
world?
fighing, guys.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the fighting.
It is outrageous. It's hard to be who we are and have to moderate
we carry
that.
a big burden, guys.
I know. It's true. It's true.
So that's my hot take is, everyone should try a fountain pen. I think you'll really find a lot of enjoyment, but there are times and places where you can use a ballpoint pen, and some might consider it more practical. So ballpoint pens are pens too.
Yeah. And if you're only catching the end of this segment, Hollywood did give the approval to throw away any ballpoint pen you see. So please send us videos on you doing that.
That wasn't my pen, by the way. I borrowed that from a team member.
I was just following your instructions and tossing any ballpoints I saw.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Let's talk about our last segment of the podcast, Brian's bulletin and the happenings that are happening.
Let's just do that every single time. The happenings that are happening at Atlas.
All right.
Brian's bulletin, said by Brian.
That sounds so like Ron Burgundy-like.
Can you do it? Can you be Ron Burgundy?
Yeah, honestly, that exceeds Hollywood. I don't know. All right. Let's move into our last segment, Brian's bulletin.
So every podcast, we're going to take the time to talk about upcoming events, possibly new arrivals, different things that we've got going on around the shop, things that we're excited about. And to kick off the year, we've got a lot of stuff.
A lot
of stuff that is going to be coming down the pipe. First one, we are just a week, maybe 2 weeks away from Hobonichi April start launch. We have a massive order of Hobonichi in transit to us right now. Well, I guess if you're watching it right now, it's in transit to us. It might already be here. But Hobonichi April start.
That's Brian from the future, by the way.
That was Brian from the future. April start Hobonichi is launching early February. As we get later into February, we have a couple really exciting in-store events. Headline, first one is going to be Leonardo. We are going to have a Leonardo pop-up event February 28th. Salvatore, the owner of Leonardo, is going to be joining us in store. We're going to have a huge assortment of pens, just special edition pens, things that you can't see anywhere else. You're going to have the opportunity to see. So it'll be in our retail store February 28th.
Yep.
It'll be the first time that we've ever had Salvatore in the store.
Yeah, so flying in all the way from Italy.
Yeah, it's going to be a really unique
coming to Chicago.
Special event that we're really excited about. A couple weeks after that, Lamy. We have we're going to say it because we don't know of any other event like this.
I think it's safe to say.
The Lamy Build Your Own Safari event. We are going to have 20-ish colors available where you can build your own Lamy Safari. If you want to explain a little bit more about what that is in general, because this has been a huge project that you've been pushing, trying to get done here.
So currently in the Lamy Safari lineup, there's 21 colorways between special editions and regular editions. And we're going to have Paul here with us from Lamy, and they are going to bring as many different colorways as possible. And so you can come into the shop and you can mix and match and Frankenstein your own safari. What that means is between supposedly the 21 different colors. It depends on how many are available. You can choose your own cap, barrel, grip section, and then also nib. So the nib range is going to be extra fine through broad, but you can choose between the stainless steel nib or the black PVD coated stainless steel nib. So the silver or the black. And with this experience, you get an opportunity to express yourself and choose from the wide range of color options. And I imagine we're going to be seeing a lot of like friend groups and people coming in that are going to want to show off, hey, I built this, that type of experience you don't really get anywhere else. So we're stoked to host what we believe is the first Lamy Safari build your own experience.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a really unique opportunity.
I agree.
Hopefully it's the start of more events just like that.
Yeah. And we should mention, by the way, the Leonardo pop-up and the Lamy pop-up will be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. And with all the events, you can find our event schedule on our website under the events tab at atlasstationers.com, or you can join our Discord server. You can follow us on our socials, join our email list. We want you to be in the know with our happenings.
Yeah, so those are the first couple in-store events that we got going on for 2026. We also have a number of workshops that are coming up every Friday or every couple of Fridays. Some meetups and things that we're planning for the early part of this year that we'll have announcements on soon. And probably should finish up the happenings on this initial segment, talking about the two biggest events that we have every year. So beginning of May, we are going to be participating at the Chicago Pen Show, which is out in Oak Brook. The exact dates, because you are great at looking up the exact dates on these different events.
Yeah, without looking at this device that knows the answers to everything in the world. So April 30th through May 3rd is the event dates for that.
So we will have multiple tables out there where we'll be bringing products from the Atlas store. We'll have Atlas team members there partnering up with different vendors to have a huge assortment, bringing the Atlas store to the Chicago Pen Show. It's always a lot of fun. I think this is going to be our 6th or 7th. Pen Show is actually one of the things that kicked off who we are as Atlas in the stationery world, the fountain pen world. I know that you've got a little picture of our first one. So this
baby Brian and Brendan.
Baby Hollywood there.
Oh,
baby
look
Hollywood.
At that. Look at that.
So that is coming up beginning of May. It's always a lot of fun. It's an opportunity for people to get together that maybe met in our Discord server or met in various social media places or just in person through our retail store, but to come out, see us, see a lot of other vendors. There's so many different
from across
products there.
the world.
Yeah, vintage pens.
So cool.
Yeah, there's a ton there. So we have the Chicago Pen Show early May, and then our biggest event of the year, Sidewalk Sale 39, a stationery festival. We're going to have 40 plus vendors come out to the Atlas storefront August 13th and 14th. It is the biggest event of the year by far. We set up shop out on the sidewalk right in front of our store. We will have thousands of customers, thousands of friends coming out to see us.
It's what the youngins would say, it's lit.
Oh, it's
so lit.
It's so lit. Yeah, it's very lit. And so there'll be a lot more information coming out as we get closer to that event, but it's always a blast.
Yeah, with the sidewalk sale, we saw over 3,000 participants last year. So one, we're very grateful for all of you who participated in store and also online. But this year we've got some feedback. We learn every single year about how to make the event smoother. And I just wanted to update you with a few of those points. One, we took up the entire sidewalk, so we're working on hopefully getting more space outside.
Yeah, to chime in on that, I got a message from Hollywood the other day that we have more vendors than last year that have been invited.
We started inviting a lot more than what we normally do.
Where are we putting all these people?
So my response was,
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We always do.
We do always figure it out. So I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So event space.
Event space, yes.
The shop gets busy, outside gets busy, and it's really exciting. Continue to do the workshops and meetups, which we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to interact, not just by buying things. We want it to be an interactive experience.
Yeah.
And then also more seating space. We want to identify a good spot where people can hang out together, maybe like a water station, things like that.
Yeah.
And then the biggest piece of feedback was the checkout system and how we had it set up last year was we had our registers in the shop, and then we had 4 or 5 mobile POSs going. So we had like 7 to 8
nonstop. And we had
Nonstop.
we had some outside.
And
we
outside.
had lines going in the store, from the back of the store to the front of the
Yeah.
store. We had
It
lines
was like
going
that game
down
of
the block.
Snake, you know, that little
Yeah.
snake game when you eat the apples?
Yeah.
It was insane. So point is, though, we've already been strategizing on how to make sure we're as effective as possible with ringing customers out, so that way you're not waiting in long lines. Other than that, the feedback has just been overwhelmingly positive, and we're so grateful for that. So we're working with our team and our vendors to continue to throw the biggest and best events that we can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're trying. We're out here trying and doing our best. So
Maybe what we should do is like build a dome over Lake Street.
well, we do have the L right above us. Maybe we can put some tarps and
Yeah, like an actual dome.
Yeah.
I want like a real roof.
But one
Yeah.
thing we need you guys to do, and it doesn't happen enough, people are not doing their sun dances enough. 2 years ago, it rained on Thursday, which we do have a contingency plan. Basically,
What is the contingency?
You're going to shop in the rain.
You're shopping in the rain, or you're
We got tents
cramming
and
into
stuff.
the store.
We got tents and umbrellas. But the point is, enough of you did not do your rain dance or, whoa, your sun dance
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
So we didn't have anything last year. So
Yeah. I think more people did their sun dance. But we
that's what
need
it
you to
was.
start the sun dance now, because there's only 2 days of the year where I believe in heavily it cannot rain, and it needs to be August 13th and 14th.
yeah,
So show me your sun dance.
for this year.
What's your sun dance look like? He's not going to do it.
Yeah, that's for you. That's where I get to pull rank and get you to do it.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
we'll
Big
save
Brother
it for the
type
next
stuff.
one.
There
We'll
we
save
go.
it for the
Okay.
next one.
Fair enough.
But with all of these happenings, the biggest thing is getting the community involved, and we want you to stop by, hang out for hours, have fun, and maybe forget about the things going on outside in the world. You know, this is a space for you to enjoy yourself.
Maybe buy a fountain pen, 2, 3, 100.
Oh, we established that if you're going to buy from us, you have to buy the ballpoint, rollerball, and fountain pen.
True. Good point.
Yeah. Well, one more thing I wanted to talk about in this podcast episode is just how somebody can shop with us.
Yeah. So we have our retail store downtown Chicago that we've been here for about 45 years. It is a 2,500 square foot space, which stocks 10,000 items.
It's a lot.
From stickers and pens and notebooks and inks. Just
It's a lot, but it's not enough.
agree. I think that's a good way to put it. We keep finding new stuff all the time. We also have our website, atlasstationers.com. We have a warehouse in the back of our store where we ship hundreds and hundreds of orders out every single day. And you have really multiple ways to you can get anything from us all over the world. So come visit us in the store, order online for pickup in the store, or you can order to be shipped anywhere in the world.
Absolutely. So please shop with us. And if you're new here, please subscribe, follow us on our social media channels. And we're happy to be here, and we're happy you're here with us. You know the drill. Stay smooth. Peace.